I wanted to just first off thank you and all your workers for the great work that they do for us. As a former CSEA member, like my colleague Mr. Durso, very proud of that fact.
He must have.
But I wanted to circle back to what Mr. Terry was talking about with work zone safety. As a town supervisor, look, worst day of my life was September 14th, 2022, when I had to tell a mother that her son was killed while working in a work zone. And so I greatly appreciate what has happened here with work zone cameras and our focus on that. I'd like to hear from Mr. Terry about how we feel the implementation has been going. And then quickly, if we can, with the remaining time I have, talk about some next steps to see how we can expand the current program if it's succeeding.
The death of Jake Arhara who was a CSEA member in your town was absolutely terrible, but part of a larger string of incidents that we see of people speeding through work zones, driving recklessly, without a care, without caring about the mother of that person that's there, about the wife that's going to be at home or the husband that's going to be at home or the children. We have been very supportive of expanding these work zone camera, the work zone camera program across the state. We know that people slow down in work zones for one of two reasons. They see those cherries running from a state trooper or from municipal police,
Right.
or they see that sign that there's a camera ahead and that they're going to get that ticket in the mail if they're exceeding the speed limit. We haven't seen a report in recent years, but we know that last year the legislature in last year's budget expanded the number of cameras. They doubled it for the State Thruway Authority, Department of Transportation, and expanded it to places like the State Bridge Authority. That's really critical. The more cameras we have, the slower people will go through work zones. We'll be able to have more coverage.
Right.
One of our asks in the testimony is to increase the amount of money that's appropriated to have state police in work zones. At the end of the day, we think the best thing is to have a police officer in every work zone. There's a practical effect that that's not possible, but if we could increase that funding by another $500,000, we'd be able to get them on more of our state highways.
And in my remaining time, as a former town supervisor, looking at proposals like Jake's Law that would allow local municipalities to also opt in, who also want to make sure they're protecting their workers when they're just out there doing their jobs because they have to come home too. How would you feel about expanding that program?
We're fully supportive of expanding it to every municipality in the state, if possible.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.